Me. Oh, ooh, throat. That's the barbecue sauce. Anywho, I just looking at my stream settings, I didn't realize that we haven't streamed in a week. I've been really busy, and mostly busy taking some time off to do some editing so that I could move all of my streams from like the week prior onto YouTube. As of today and as of this moment, all of my streams and editing has been completely caught up, and everything is now up on the channel. So, if you're watching this, you can go see my playthrough of all of the story of 3.2 and Honkai Star Rail, some event stuff, a few shorts, and I'm sure I'm forgetting other things. Probably also the previous chapter of this, if you haven't read that. Just a reminder, Vince always keeps the 3 most recent chapters available for anyone to read for free, which means you can read along with me if you want. And maybe if Viz doesn't like this, I could probably take them all down, all these videos down someday. Let my channel exist, I will be willing to take all of these videos down. I'm mostly just doing these for personal reasons. I've always enjoyed One Piece, and I like sharing my experience and sharing my opinions. So, this is a great way for me to get my opinions on the One Piece chapters. Well, anyway, now that that's enough of that, I guess we could just get into the read-through proper. So, Chapter 1147, What We're Afraid Of. Uh-oh, that's a callback to what you're afraid of. I don't like the sound of that. Anyway, it's time for the page 1 cover page / the page 1 Wano Rant. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 32. Thanked by Raizo, Daimyo of Udon. So we see some people celebrating, someone's holding up a Who's Who's mask in the background, and they're just eating and chilling. I guess, I wonder if the Udon prison is still operational. Can they just have Who's Who in there? Well, anyway, this entire plot arc has now been wrapped up rather nicely, so I wonder how much more we have left to deal with Yamato's cover page. I have a feeling we maybe get like 3 or more of these, because like there was a bunch of random stuff like getting rocks thrown at her by kids, meeting up with Dendro. Is there anyone they haven't met up with yet? I guess we could meet up with like Nekomamushi and Dogstorm, see what they're doing. Maybe check in on Carrot. Has Carrot gone back to Zoe yet? I assume Carrot has. So I don't really know where the story goes from here for Yamato. I don't really know. There's also the possibility of Blackbeard showing up later on, or Wano becoming under attack. But I do think it's notable that page 1 and Ulti are not on page 1. Boo! No page 1 on page 1. Fail. Anywho, I think Wano Rant aside, we can now move on to what's going on page 2 proper. Page 2 and 3, here we go. Oh, we're getting a flashback panel for our first panel of the chapter. That's never a good sign. Stay hidden, Ramen and Chopper. I've seen him before. He's a holy knight. Huh? Oh! Also, we're getting more insight into him telling Robin and Chopper to stay hidden in the beard or back of his head. I don't remember. They're immortal. You can't beat them. I guess that means there were two survivors of Ohara. Hide and wait for your chance to save the kids. The Navy sure did a sloppy job. Oh, I assume that's Sommers that's giving these other speech bubbles. Here come the thorns. Huh? Gunko, you caught the Straw Hat crew then? Gonna take them with us? Don't be stupid, Sommers. Are you two trying to make Straw Hat Luffy furious? Let's just fulfill the mission and go home. So Gunko has already successfully beaten Jimbei, Usopp, Nami, and Brook. And also Colin, I guess. The Colin Pirates had a good run. 07, everybody. 07. Poor Saul's been tormented and we let Colin get kidnapped. How could you let this happen, Jimbei? Is that Nami saying that? Stop shouting, I'm trying to come up with a plan. What are these powers anyway? So they're tied up with Gunko's arrows. That chick is scary. I thought I was gonna die. But I'm already dead. I feel there's something about that woman, however. Maybe it's just my imagination. I guess that was Usopp that had the one that actually says I was gonna die line. Boo! Give that line to Brook. It's a skull joke opportunity, Oda. You missed it. I made it for you. It's her. Oh, he's threatening to skewer Brook. Yeah, it's her. The zombie girl. Usopp's calling her a zombie girl because she regenerates. Alright, that's the end of pages 2 and 3. Not much to comment here, except for the fact that there was a missed opportunity for a skull joke that was so easily set up that I actually thought it was a skull joke before I finished reading it. Alright, pages 4 and 5. Okay, so she's kicking Brook in the chin. Brook, listen up, you, huh? I want you to write songs for me for the rest of your life. You're gonna be my slave. Huh? What? Does she know about Brook's music? A celestial dragon who's a fan of Soul King. Sounds like a nightmare of a fan. Yeah, that's the input from the peanut gallery. Knock it off, Gunko. I don't want to fight with one of the 4 emperors either. Okay, so neither one of them wants to fight Luffy. Makes sense. It's a whole messy jurisdiction. You don't want to start a war over kidnapping like 2 or 3 people. That's how the Odyssey started, right? The whole Battle of Troy. It was all battle over, what was her name? Helen? It's been so long since I've read the Odyssey. The shtick with Paris, Helen, was it Ajax? No, was it Ajax? No, or am I thinking of someone else? No, Achilles. Not Ajax, Achilles. I gotta reread the Odyssey. I haven't read it in like 10 years. I don't want to look at the date because I'm afraid that if I do, I'm gonna find out I haven't read it in 20 years. I'm quite sorry, young lady. But from the day that Captain Straw Hat Luffy bestowed me with my second life, I have been dedicated to no one but him. What if I said I would kill you? I would rather die than live without honor. Look out, Brook. Oh, she kicked him. Oh, she's holding her, like, where I assume her non-existent heart would be. And she seems to be in pain. Brook! Are we good now, Killingham? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Killingham's on the ham radio. Let's go. Sorry, the ham radio. The snail radio. Pages 6 and 7. We're breezing through this chapter. It's gonna be a short stream. If I didn't want to relax today, I probably would stream some gameplay after this. But, I'll do that tomorrow. I should have some free time tomorrow. Check, check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Elbaph. Come in, warriors of Elbaph! Who's that? What message is this? I'm sure you're all busy scrambling to deal with the strange events unfolding around you. That was our doing. That's right, he's on the Pillbug transponder snail. I am a dagger sent straight from sacred Marijoa. Oh, Sommer's the one giving the message. I guess Killingham's just setting up the mic. Okay. I am Sommers of the Holy Knights. Craftsman Village, Sunworth. Marijoa? So he's from the world government. Why would they do this? Captains, they're sending a message all over Elbaph. As I'm sure, so they've revealed who they are. Huntsman Village, Northwest Elbaph. As I'm sure you've realized all over Elbaph, the children's safe. We have taken 10 of your children as hostages. Really? They only took 10? I could have sworn it was more than that. I thought it was like 11 or 12. We have taken your children as hostages. On top of that, we have reduced an orange-bearded man to a bloody mess for the crime of pursuing us from the school in an attempt to free the children. Oh, that's not going to sit well with anybody. That's going to piss a bunch of people off. I guess I shouldn't address this. Robin and Chopper are basically hiding somewhere nearby where Sommer is giving this speech. And actually, now that they're sending this message across the whole island, I guess Luffy's finally going to hear what's going on. He probably can hear this now. I just thought about that. Which means this is probably not going to end well for Sommers. Mr. Saul! In other words, while they were blithely assumed... While you blithely assumed that someone else was going to do the rescuing for you, the children have continued to march towards the goal. Saul, no. The game is only getting started. It's just a shame that we can't use video. You name all the children who marched out of here. Of course. Then let their parents know that it's time for the twerps to wake up from their dream. Oh, they got rid of the box. I guess that's Killingham talking for these lines. Hey, how come we're just marching along like this? Where are we going? I don't know, but we're already far away. That's not true. This is the branch that we're on the way back. Yeah, but we can't control our feet. Okay, so the kids are awake now, but they're still marching. Why can't we go home then? I want to see Mommy. I want to see Daddy. We're kidnapped. It means we can't see them. What? Stop whining. I'm here. And unlike you crybaby weaklings, I'm a warrior. Oh, look, it's all the stuff that they're afraid of. A monster! A ghost! Save us, Colin! Yeah! Yeah! They're freaked out. Yeah, we've got a brave warrior of the sea, Colin. Looks like he's a bigger coward than Usopp. Confronted with his worst fears. Stand in the face of your fears, Colin. Alright, I guess we'll go to 10 and 11 now. Sounds like they took out Saul. Turn us around. We need to go save the kids. But captains, there's a hole in the bilge. And we've got broken oars. Damn it, what kind of freakish beast is that? I don't know. It's some sort of woman monster. Kinda looks like my wife. We finally got to see the most terrifying thing of all. Some kid's mom. Watch out. She's gonna beat you over the head. That other one looks like my wife. Huh? Wait, these monsters all came from the children's worst fears, right? And your wife is Bent's mom. That's right. So Bent was asked to imagine what he was most afraid of, and his answer was... Mommy! Wait, what? That's our worst fear, too! The moms! We can't fight our morale is getting hammered! Dory and Broggy freaking out. Bent's mom. That's all it took to take out Dory and Broggy. 07's in the chat for Dory and Broggy. They're done for. It looks like that she's got a ladle. We could have gone for the meme and given her the chancla, but I guess we didn't go that route. So we got a mom that's stabbing like a fork and a knife into the ship, putting holes in it, and then we have another one that's on the deck swinging around a ladle. Oimokashi are freaking out. And so are Dory and Proggy. Alright, we're on pages 12 and 13 now. That was a riot. That was one of the payoff jokes that I was waiting for. I'm glad we finally got to see it. And they got a huge, like 2/3 page spread. I'm sorry for going out drinking, dear. I'm sorry for forgetting to take out the trash, dear. I'm sorry for eating honey cake that was for the guests. Captains, they're ripping off the island clouds. We're gonna fall. The giant pirate ship has crashed. So much for their bluster. Some of those sleeptids were real beasts. Is that what they're calling them? It's like cryptid, but it's a sleeptid because it's like a dream nightmare thingy. Oh, that's interesting. The kids' chances of rescue are dwindling by the minute. Now Beard Hill Jarl, Warrior of Legend. It's time for us to talk. I mean, Dory and Broggy are down? With no king on the throne, you're the boss around here. You must be joking. The giant pirate Svar has crashed. I hope they're alright. Hurry. Our goal is quite simple. To make you giants our slaves in battle. The next step is to find out how effective these kids will be as hostages. I bet you're all wondering whose kids our 10 hostages are, huh? Oh, we're getting a map update. So now we can see where everybody is. So the castle is over there. The western village is over there. That's where Jarl is. The giant pirates are like somewhere over in the north section. They've crashed. That's Dory, Broggy, and Mr. Ya. Ripley and Frankie are over somewhere in the northwest. Or sorry, the northeast. Okay. I bet the library school has Principal Tusk, Killingham, and Ange. And then somewhere on that branch between the castle and the school is Gunko, Sommers, Saul, and the Straw Hat Pirates. And then the 10 children are further along on the branch. Okay, that's a pretty good way. So they're basically marching them all the way towards the western village. And then they're planning on taking them down the Rainbow Bridge from there. That seems to be the path that they're walking on. Alright, seems straightforward. Let's go to 1415. Which I think there's only 4 pages left if I had to guess. Because we haven't been getting a lot of 17-page chapters. It's the Conga. Crypt of the Necrodancer, one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, for those who don't know. Alright, page 1415. These are the names of the children we have kidnapped. First up, Ylva. Ylva, my granddaughter. Chief Jarl. Next, Scaldi. Is there anything we can do for ourselves? Olaf. It's a dream. It's all a dream. That's my grandson, Captain. Ow. Karen. I always have the worst luck. Oh, wow, we're gonna get to see all the kids' personalities. This is great. I'm sad that we're learning their names now. Mag. I'm supposed to be strong, but I can't stop. Ronja. Don't worry, it'll all work out. Why did it have to be my child? Branch 8, right? I'm on the way. Bent. Mommy's gonna yell at me. Johanna. At least you have parents. Ooh, that feels bad. Oh, she has horns. So this kid hasn't got the ancient giant blood in him. Bjorn. Can't it at least be saved? Can't at least I be saved? That makes 9, but just now, hoping to save his friends. Did you just say what I think you did, Bjorn? Sorry. A little warrior named Colin showed up to join the group, so that makes 10. What? Colin? Did you hear that, Ripley? Our son's a hero. Oh, never changed, Scopper. Now's not the time for... And now our commands. Heed them closely, Elbaph. Alright, looks like we're about to get to the final page. Is it going to be a spread? No, but these are the final 2 pages. Your school is completely useless in war, and your library packed full of pointless records of the past. You will burn them down right now and swear fealty to us. If you do not, we will eliminate the brats one at a time. Ooh, that's a steep demand. What are they talking about? You know where the kids are. Let's go save them. I want to smash these guys. Alright, everyone's rolling into action that hasn't gotten to the battle yet. You have to make the call, Chief Jarl. Me? No, wait, please. It's too cruel. The school is the symbol of Elbaph's current state of peace. And the library is full of Elbaph's ancient history, as well as knowledge of the world saved through sacrifice of O'Hara's scholars. It's a fortune that belongs to more than just Elbaph. Ugh, calm down, lady. No, Robert, you can't. Please, Mr. Ya, you got it. I won't let them do this. Alright, that's an epic panel of Robin next to Mr. Ya. Oh, this is about to get serious. We're gonna probably see some Scopper fighting in 2 chapters, but I think next chapter, let's do the predictions right off the bat. So I think next chapter we're gonna cut back to Luffy's group. We didn't even get a single cutaway panel to Luffy's group in this chapter, which makes me think we're gonna cut back to them in the next chapter. Because we literally got a broadcast across all of Elbaph, which, based on the map, is just this branch. Branch 8, I guess. But I'm willing to bet that the underworld is not so far away that that message couldn't be heard. So I imagine Luffy heard it. That's my prediction. And I believe in the next chapter we're going to cut to Luffy's group, maybe get their reaction, and then they're probably going to start heading over. Or maybe Saul fell down. So maybe they'll see Saul. Who knows? That being said, if I go back a few pages, I think where it showed Saul falling... He's just sitting on a pile of thorns in front of Sommer, so he hasn't fallen down off the branch yet. But it looks like we're going to get some Robin versus Sommers and Gunko next chapter. That probably is also going to happen. And I guess Mr. Ya, let me look at the map real quick. So, Mr. Ya is pretty far away, but he also shows up with Ripley. They crashed the ship right by where Ripley and Frankie are. But they're not too far away. I say, having no sense of scale for Elbaph, the most inconsistent map to be used for scale. But he's Scopper Gabon. I wouldn't be surprised if he could just jump and be there in like a hop, skip, and a shake of a lamb tail. But anyway, that's my predictions for next time. Chapter highlights time. What do I think? Well, this final panel right now is a highlight. Robin and Mr. Ya side by side, both saying the same line, I won't let them do this. That's a big highlight. Sommer's speech, that's got to be a highlight. I'm going to read through the whole speech again, this time uninterrupted. Yeah, go ahead. Check, check. Can you hear me, Elbaph? Come in, warriors of Elbaph. I'm sure you're all busy scrambling to deal with the strange events unfolding around you. That was our doing. I am a dagger sent straight from sacred Marijoa. I am Sommers of the Holy Knights. As I'm sure you've realized all over Elbaph, we have taken 10 of your children as hostages. On top of that, we reduced an orange-bearded man into a bloody mess for the crime of pursuing us from the school in an attempt to free the children. In other words, while you blithely assumed that someone else was going to do the rescuing for you, the children have continued to march toward the goal. Where's the rest of the speech? Oh, that's a cutaway. Here we go. The giant pirate ship has crashed. So much for all their bluster. Some of those sleep tids were real beasts. The kids' chances of rescue are dwindling by the minute. Now, Beard Hill Jarl, warrior of legend, it's time for us to talk. With no king on the throne, you're the boss around here. Our goal here is quite simple. To make you giants our slaves in battle. The next step is to find out how effective these kids will be as hostages. I bet you're all wondering whose kids those hostages are, huh? First up is Ilvin. Next is Scaldi, Olaf, Karen, Mag, Ronja, Bent, Johanna, Bjorn. That makes 9, but just now, hoping to save his friends, a little warrior named Colin showed up to join the group. So that makes 10. And now our commands. Heed them closely, Elbaph. Your school is completely useless in war, and your library packed full of pointless records of the past. You will burn them down right now and swear fealty to us. If you do not, we will eliminate one of the brats. We will eliminate the brats one at a time. You have to make the call, Chief Jarl. The school is the symbol of... Oh, no, that's Ange interrupting. So Ange screams that in the intercom. It has like a double thingy around all the bubbles. So that speech literally cuts through the majority of the chapter and is the biggest highlight to me. Whenever we get a good speech that starts and just continues on through all the panels while we get to see everything else that's happening, those are some of my favorite moments in One Piece. It's one of the reasons I really enjoyed the Egghead arc with Vegapunk's speech, even if it lasted multiple chapters. So we don't really get to fully experience it all in one go from beginning to end, but I'm sure somebody out there has probably edited it together, and we're probably going to get to see that in the anime. Probably in a couple weeks. I say a couple weeks, but it's probably going to be more like 10. And then the other big highlight of the chapter, of course, is we finally got to see the Nightmare Moms. There's 2 of them. There's 2 moms. And those 2 moms have defeated the 4 strongest giants on the island already. So, for anybody who thought that there was no stakes yet, the stakes just went up again. People might not be dying, but if we burn down all of the knowledge in Ohara, that is devastating beyond the price of life. The school is a symbol of peace. That's horrible, but that one I feel a little bit less about. But if the library goes down, oh my goodness. I can't even begin to comprehend how horrible that means for, like, the future of everything. Anyway, so we got my predictions out of the way. We got our highlights out of the way. Let's just wrap up the stream here. We've been going for about 30 minutes. And this has been a fun read. I can't wait for next week. I don't know if there's a break. But if there isn't, you'll see me in a week, here again, talking to y'all. And if you'd like to know when I'm going to go live, a little bit ahead of time, the best way to do that would be to join my Discord. Links to which are where my links are. I won't insult your intelligence. You can find them on your own. You're smart. You're watching my channel. Anywho, there's going to be some more streams this week. I have at least one more stream planned because there's an event in HSR that I haven't gotten around to doing yet. And I believe the new version of Genshin Impact should be also coming out this week, so we might be doing some of that. Also, there was an update in Lost Branch of Legend last week, which I didn't get around to doing, so I will try to make time this week to play through that. So, thank you everybody for coming. I'll see you when I see you. Stay safe, everyone.